In a move that has sparked widespread outrage and debate, President Donald Trump has authorized the deployment of 300 National Guard members to Chicago, despite fierce opposition from Illinois Governor JB Pritzker. This unprecedented federal action, aimed at supporting immigration enforcement efforts, has ignited a firestorm of criticism from state leaders and activists alike. But here's where it gets controversial. The White House claims this move is necessary to protect federal officers amid violent riots and lawlessness, while Pritzker and others argue it's a politically motivated escalation that undermines local authority and stokes fear. Trump's decision comes on the heels of months of tension between the president and Pritzker, a vocal critic of the administration. Ironically, Trump remains silent about the deployment on his Truth Social platform, leaving Pritzker to reveal that the Department of Defense had issued an ultimatum. Call up your troops, or we will. Pritzker called the demand absolutely outrageous and un-American, emphasizing that Illinois would not comply with what he sees as an overreach of federal power. The deployment follows a disputed incident in Chicago's Brighton Park neighborhood, where federal immigration agents shot a woman. While officials claim the woman was part of a group that rammed a vehicle carrying agents, activists allege the agents crashed into a civilian car and opened fire. This event quickly escalated into protests, with federal agents using flashbang grenades and tear gas against demonstrators. And this is the part most people miss. The shooting and subsequent crackdown have fueled accusations that federal agents are using excessive force and targeting communities unfairly. White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson defended the deployment, stating, "President Trump will not turn a blind eye to the lawlessness plaguing American cities." However, Pritzker countered that the move is unnecessary and will disrupt the lives of hardworking Americans. "This is a manufactured performance, not a serious effort to protect public safety," he said. The deployment is part of the Trump administration's broader Operation Midway Blitz, which has resulted in over 800 arrests, according to the Department of Homeland Security, DHS. Yet, critics argue that ICE and Border Patrol agents have repeatedly detained American citizens and individuals without criminal backgrounds, raising questions about the operation's legitimacy. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem recently visited Chicago, vowing to expand ICE facilities and make this city safe again. A statement that has further inflamed tensions. Democratic leaders in Illinois have condemned the deployment in no uncertain terms. U.S. Senator Dick Durbin called it a shameful chapter in our nation's history, while Senator Tammy Duckworth labeled it a dangerous, un-American, and unconstitutional abuse of our military. Representative Robin Kelly accused Trump of playing dictator, and Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton warned that the move would devastate families and scar our communities. But here's the bigger question. Is this deployment a necessary measure to restore order, or is it a politically charged overreach that threatens civil liberties? The Posse Comitatus Act of 1878 prohibits the military from conducting law enforcement activities on U.S. soil, and a federal judge in Oregon recently blocked a similar deployment, calling it not conceived in good faith. Pritzker has threatened legal action, and activists are calling for stronger state resistance. As Chicago becomes the latest battleground in this contentious debate, one thing is clear. The lines between federal authority and state autonomy are being tested like never before. What do you think? Is Trump's move justified, or is it a dangerous precedent? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.